Hey guys, Jason here, and welcome again to one of our tips and strategies sessions at the Positive Real Estate email on Fridays. Hey listen, I hope you've been enjoying them. This week I want to take a look at a few little things, or one little thing in particular, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Talk about our strategies that we employ as property investors. And when you look at making money in the marketplace, you know, there's two factors, or the two things that are going to make us money, alright? There's going to be the marketplace, things that happen out there in the world that force values of properties up, okay? And some of those things might be interest rate rises going up or down. Some of those things might be supply and demand. Some of those things might be population increases or decreases. Some of those things might be political issues, government planning issues, all those sorts of things. Bunch of stuff that happens in the marketplace that will help force property values up, or sometimes reduce the property values, let's say if the interest rates get too high, okay? And so as property investors, we want to make money, obviously, as a property investor, and you don't want to be left to the whim of the marketplace, because any of those things, you know, in the marketplace that are going to increase the value of a property over time, do we as an individual, do we control them? Do we have any influence on them? You know, not particularly, hardly at all, to be quite frank. Do you control interest rates? No. Do you control, you know, where populations move for work or jobs? Do you control what happens in the political arena in Australia or around the world? No, you don't. You don't control supply and demand. You take advantage of those pressures as an investor, a clever investor, and I talked about it a little bit while ago in the migration of money. Check out the other videos that we have, migration of money, if you want to get a bit more info on that, or come to one of our pin nights. But today I'm going to talk about the strategies as we, as individuals, can use or employ in the marketplace to make money, create value in real estate. Let me sort of draw on the board, as I always like to do. Alright, there's two forces in the market, right? There's us, and there is the market, right? So like we said before, you know, interest rates, supply and demand, jobs, population, politics sometimes, all those sorts of things. These things affect property values and property prices and capital growth. No word about it. And so we don't control those, do we? So, you know, we say we'd like to take advantage of them, but we don't get to control them, don't get to influence them. How, as property investors, can we control our own destiny? Can we influence the way we can make money far better as a property investor? And the way is the types of strategies or the types of investments we choose to do as property investors. And, you know, what do I mean by that? Right? Just remember, as a property investor, you always, and I call this the sort of the meat in the sandwich, right? You always look for the best location, okay, best location your money can buy. Okay, so, you know, buy the best property for the budget or the amount of money you can afford to invest, okay? So that's always something that needs to be stated. But as property investors, what do we bring to the game where we can influence a property deal to make some money? We've got 6 main strategies at Positive Real Estate we work with, okay? First strategy is buy property at a discount. Well, that's pretty simple, you think? Okay, a lot of people don't realise the power of buying property at a discount. It's on the market for $350 and you buy it for $310. Okay, you've made money instantly in equity that you can realise at a later time. Now, those in the marketplace saying, well, you know, what about Melbourne? I can't get a discount. Well, we're not talking about using only discount as our only strategy. We're talking about using discount at the right time in the market. Okay, and that's something that we all got to remember, that different states and different marketplaces move at different times, and these strategies can be applied at different times, all right? Renovations. Buy a property and do renos, okay? I love renos, and we're doing a bunch of those at the moment in the marketplace, in the right marketplace with our Positive Real Estate clients. Renovations at the moment are quite popular, okay? So we can add some value as a property investor because we control the add value process, the renovation process. What's a few other ways that we can add some value? I call these the easy ways, right? The simple ways. Discount, reno, easy and simple. The next two, we can strata, okay? We can strata or we can subdivide, okay? And I call that paper value, where we sort of find something that's big enough or multiple properties and we carve them up and we can make some value instantly by doing something different to the property influence its value, so we can make some money as a property investor. And the last two I always like to put down here, off the plan, or number 6, developing. Okay, and so I put these down at the bottom because these are the ones that can take a little bit more time, like they will take sometimes 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, 3 years sometimes, but also they need a little bit more consideration. Today I want to talk about off the plan because I think it's a good one, and it's pretty topical at the moment because New South Wales has just cut stamp duty for brand new off the plan properties. And that means you can get a saving in New South Wales of up to 20, 22, 20, almost $23,000 for a property of $600,000. So anywhere else in Australia, it's going to cost you $22,000 more. In New South Wales, if you buy a property for 600 grand, you're going to have a saving of $22,000. So that's pretty spectacular. And so if you're buying off the plan, then you consider these things, which is brilliant. But at the moment, for us, off the plan's a great one. What do you do when you buy off the plan? You buy time. You put down a deposit today, you control the property for a period of time. We prefer between 12 and 18 months as an investment time frame. And during that time frame, you don't have to pay any interest or insurance on the property. And if you choose the right timing in the marketplace or a good market, potentially your property can go up in value as well. And some of these things that we work with, or as these strategies at Positive Real Estate, we teach at our property investment nights in much more detail. And so if you want to learn a bit more about them, how to sort of buy a property at a discount, what sort of things to do with the reno, stratas, subdividing, and off the plan and developing, mate, come along and have a listen to a few of the guys who do the presentations at our property information nights and explain these strategies in a bit more detail. So anyway, hopefully in those few minutes that we spent together today, you have got some interesting stuff there. Come and visit us at our property information nights. We'd love to see you then. Until then, take care and bye for now.